Hello there and welcome to my channel. This is Kate in the Nest and it's the 1st of November today. So happy November, and especially if I'm getting in early, you have maybe even one sleep to go on the Northern Hemisphere. So 1st of the month means it's time for some news about what we're planning to do in the KiN. And I'm just going to come out with it. I think as the time gets busier, as we race towards the end of the year, then may not be time for big works. So this one is going to be a collab with a difference, and it's when I think of November, I think of Thanksgiving, and even though I live in Australia, I consciously make that intention. So November is going to be about giving thanks and things that we are grateful for. So I'm going to start this with this week. I am going to express my gratitude for my mum in my stitch. And I've talked about her many times, but I haven't shown you very much of her work, and I haven't got a lot. But my mum is still with us. She is 93. She'll turn 94 in January. And in her 60s, she discovered quilt making, and she stopped counting at 423, as I've shared before. So I have grown up probably taking for granted the absolute talent of my mum. Her favourite things has always been pink. This is one of her more recent quilts that I have many of these and I bring them out on rotation. But something I have just noticed is that many of her works have birds and flowers and some of the colours and things that we all love. So machine quilted, but I thought I'd start off with that bird singing in the tree. This is a large applique quilt. She's got some Dresden plates. There's fruit all over it, and it's in my house because it is just expressing joy. So I can publicly say, Mum, I am blessed and grateful and thankful to you for your inspiration that obviously got into my bones, and I'm doing it with hand stitching now. And you've always been a machine stitcher. You sewed our clothes growing up. But I'm going to just take you through a few little pictures because I've been sorting things out. Mum is queen of the zipper pouch and lining, all the things that I admire and cannot yet do, and a tag to hook them on. So machine embroidery, look at those little birds. I think I've shown you the flamencos before. This is a recent one with hot pink. I mean, you could say, why do I need to make pouches? I suppose more to the point is I know where I got my addiction from. Let's see what the lining is. She always surprises us. Okay. Pink lining in there. She loves pink on the 3 duckies. When I was teaching, she made me this as a school teacher. What's the lining? Something to make me cheery. She loves making little children pouches, or their mums really. Look at this one. It's even got a hidden zipper, and you can hang that up. Isn't that? The sun is smiling. So it's about all the things we love, joy, being thankful, treasuring the moment. And this one, not particularly my colours, but, and look, pockets. Guess what I've started putting on all my works recently? Pockets. So really we're just morphing each other in different ways. My daughter did say to me, Mum, you're becoming Nan. And that's okay. So pouches, I said that we were morphing each other. She makes bags, and I just noticed this one. Look at this. She's got Velcro, and that's a bird. And it's been well loved, that one. I think she used to take this on her bus trips. Pockets in there. and it's padded like a quilt. Oh, there's something in there. Will we dare to see? Oh, are you ready? Look, I know where I got it from. I didn't know that before I filmed this. Look. So, how about that? I am so grateful for this moment and I'm giving thanks. I had no idea that there was a baby inside that one. Inside that one. So, there's inspiration in itself. Thank you, Mum. And the button just makes, and a hook to hang it up on. I know a lot of you like making bags. Okay, so I've got another of her bags. This is one of the first ones she gave me when I moved to the city, and this is my knitting bag. And so there's a 9 patch, quilters. She's a precision sewer. Look at those sunny colours put together. And she's gone to the trouble of putting, that's obviously got hooked around by me, because I'm not neat, you see. That would have been with her, totally precision in there, and with some beads on the end. So, just having so much fun sharing. I've got one other quilt to show you. And my boys are 25 years old now, and Mum made them a quilt every year for their birthdays, and if not for Easter and other moments. So I can see that she made this in 2000. It's got her personal details, so made with love. And this one, the pattern was patterned from the Chook Shed, and it's called The Names of My Boys. So loved and washed. But look at those flowers. And as we often talk about, we love feed sack. So this isn't feed sack, but it certainly is a tribute. So flowers on this one all the way around, bees. And Mum loves this stitch so much. I don't know what you call that in quilting, but it's just, you know, over and over and over and over. There's the bees, and she loves applique. So this is a big teddy bear, and we knew whose, well, this one has got a pocket and a pocket that say the names of my special boys. So just sharing that because that feels so warm and squishy. So many of us share a love of collecting vintage. 25 years, it's probably not called vintage yet because I would be very vintage as their mothers, their mother. But I suppose what I'm trying to say is I've just had a special time realizing that she's been my constant inspiration, and she has sewn many, many thousands of stitches. Okay, so what are we going to do today? Here's another coincidence. I started this pouch inspired by Michelle McKillop's pouch that she started at my workshop in September at the Green Door, because she wanted a bigger one and a project pouch. I am adoring this piece, and I'm grateful for all the experiences that I have had. And I was stitching away on this yesterday and then finding those pouches of Mum's, and guess what? I found this pouch that had been made by my mum. I don't even know when she gave it to me. I haven't used it. And why? Because it is probably a little bit purple for me. But there she is again, leading the way with a zippered pouch of this size. So the prompt for the first week of November is to show gratitude or, give thanks for a person. Now, that person might be living or past, and I'm just going to show that by using my mum's pouch here as the basis of a new work. I haven't got very much further. I haven't got to pulling my pieces yet, but I do have something like that, which was just sitting there by accident. I just looked over that I cut off my quilt. I need to use this on a quilt. I won't put it on the pouch, but instantly this is where my foundation is mum, and Kate comes over the top. I also have this doily that's been hanging in my treasure box, and it's got the purple flowers. And I thought I could let that be a piece. So I'm going to fold that big quilt up. And I wanted to get this out as a little symbol of our challenge this month. And I don't like calling them challenges, just they're a project, aren't they? Collaborative. I'll come up with a better word next year. So this month is going to be pretty easygoing, and you don't have to make a new piece. You can just stitch it into the work that you're doing. So let's pin our bluebird of happiness. Because that is symbolic of all the works of my mum. I've also got some of my boys' jeans. I've got my daughter's little dresses. I've got my husband's old shirts. So I could be grabbing a piece of those, and I actually might, but I haven't done that yet. So this could be a in fact, isn't that a family type of week? Of course, I'm flying away, so this will be something that I can, small enough to take with me, but it might come back Indian. That's another story. But there's a little flower. Let's just pin. So after all that talking, I can ask, breathe, and say, how are you? I only talked to you yesterday, and the days are flying. So I hope you're making progress with your projects. And you can see, and see this one is smaller, so could it actually fit? One of you loved it when I said I was taking my mum to India with me, so that could even go in there. Or actually I'll have either a separate one in my suitcase. Just depends. I've got 12 hours on the plane, so it's a daytime flight, so time for lots of stitching. This is the piece though that I want to stitch right now. I think I need to put something on here. I know what I'm going to put on there, but I haven't got it right down here because that's too plain. I've added this little snippet. So this is going to have a zipper. I'm planning to show you all my pieces that I take with me, so we can archive what Kate is is like before India and the wedding. So a little bit of that sari. I've used that on so many pouches, and it just turned out up in one of the nests that I was tidying. So that's there. This side doesn't have as much of this fabric. That was Michelle's gift to me. but it does have terry both sides, those flowers, and that's what I'm up to. So I'm going to thread a needle and just have a stitch along with you. And the whole time I'm thinking about this, there's another piece I sacrificed off that quilt. Remember that's Beck's piece. I mean, could I get a zippered pouch without doing the hard work? And then that star would, yeah, hang on everyone. Let's do lots of projects at once. Oh, because this was quilt over blanket, and this quilt did not get off the ground, and I'm up to probably the third attempt on that, so it's just in pieces, literally. But I absolutely know what I'm going to do for my big quilt when I come home. This is upcycling, isn't it? Really? So let's move this one away. Did I thread that needle? Let's see. Oh, yeah, I'll put it in the heart. Look at all these colour combinations. I'm thinking I've got the bluebird there, and I've got this whole piece here. And seeing Mum's a quilter, I tuck that round there, and I've got this bit already, and I can just put that round there, and it's got a frill. Oh, see, I feel the blessing. So we will, don't see this. You know, I could have easily said let's cover the pouch that's already existing, and you still can do that. It's about what we're thinking of as we make it. I'd love to hear your thoughts as you're doing this. So maybe I'm talking it out loud. So maybe we're stitching, slow stitching with gratitude for this first week of November. And then there'll be another one next week. So that looks very plain now, but I can go and get my fabrics. But look at that. Oh, and I got that fold there. So see how that unifies? We might reposition the bird. Let's pin. That wants to come. So forget stitching on the other one. Let's get with the program, Kate, and start making in November. I don't think I want that yellow though. So let's do the yellow first over here to get warmed up. And I doing this little half flower at the top. And can I tell you the feel of those beads? And with my beads here, we've been out to, did I tell you that? We've been out to lunch and we went to visit Louisa Duhas, who is a artist locally, and she's a creative, really. She's a creative in spirit. And I actually taught Louisa when she was in high school. I taught her music, not any of this. Anyway, long story short, she's just back from India and she had some treasures, and we just all adored them and, yeah, dreamed the dream. So that was a nice little stage for me in my preparation. I do have to say thank you very much for all your kind wishes and your care. And I'm going to take that with me. And I'm just in that spot in my life where I feel this has come to me. And like this opportunity, I'm open, saying yes, and open mind, and just going to treasure every single moment. Because it's not for work and it's not for a usual holiday. It's for a wedding and then a guided tour, which will take me to places of incredible beauty, as well as textile shops and jewelry shops and bead shops. So you probably will see me with henna hands, and that will probably be a nice distraction as I stitch with you. Taking my little filming camera tripod because I was a fail at the hold your own camera in orange. And I don't want to do that to you. Okay, so that bit's done there. And let's come over here now. That gives me a chance to use some other colours. I thought I might put a swan, Michelle, on my big piece. I mean, that's my wool, so that would go. Oh, I've also just... Oh my gosh, this is meant to be... Look, I've got that other basket, and it's a tiny one. If I use that on here, then you can see the original fabric. Let's go there like that. See, I've been on fire since I've come home. Before I go again. I'm trying to pick one of those out because I think that's a pin. So I stood up literally to get some purple wool, and that was there. I've still got another big one because one of these is on my tote bag. Wasn't that incredible work? All right. Oh, a drawer I don't go in very often. There's that. Maybe one of... Oh. What about that as a piece? This is clairvoyant. Even that might mean something. Spun right round. Bought from Little Woolies in person in a shop in the Hastings, but they do sell online. And I should spool this, but I'm getting much better at how this all works. So I will, but for the moment, could I find an end? Not easily, Kate. Oh gosh, that's not easy. I just want an end. Here we go. I'll keep it this shape, otherwise Zoe will go mad on me. Nice and long one. But look at that, that was meant to be. Really long thread, maybe. Start with the purple there. Okay, we're going to work on this side and get this big piece down. You can start anywhere. What direction do I feel like stitching? Let's go up in here. Oh, I've got to knot. Ah. A bit too long. Mum loves, well, favourite colour is pink, but she does love this mauve, and I know you do beautiful work out there with all these colours. So I sort of like that this one has become, it just jumped into my hand as a whole side, and the colours tone, and then on the opposite side of the pouch we're going to see the original fabric through. I'm thrilled. It's like quilt. It's like channeling the quilt in Mum has brought me back to this piece. Mum's parents used to live in Newcastle, which is where Beck's shop is, where this quilt came from. Got all sorts of funny little bits here. I don't know why. That's a stray thread, and so is that. Is that the end? Oh yeah. And see, this is the magic. I know I've said it over and over, but a variegated wool like this can just become my signature that I go to and have in the pouch itself. just in time, the aqua is coming out onto this side. It's a bit difficult with quilting to go through all the layers, but I love those layers and the texture. I was just looking to see whether I could bring this over here. I could. I'll probably embellish that flower, but for the moment it's just getting still got, oh look, Mum's done those little corners herself. You know, mine are I did this for the first time. Look how big I made mine. I am liking that. And I actually might put a base so it props up. Oh, look. The colours are belonging together and that bird. Is there a way? I'm going to experiment. Is there a way that this bird can snuggle in with the black? Oh my gosh, it's going to work. Oh, shaking myself. I'm standing on my long dress. Oh, I should have had you up again now. Sorry. It's not about the stitching at this point. Is there a way? Yes, there is, my friends. That is going there as a trim. Links with that crochet there. This is a shining light. So we still see, the fabric under there. And our bird. Now I hope those of you who don't like me chopping can see that I'm trying to honour the original. I can too. Let's pull these pins up a bit closer. Hi, Judy. even extend the, yeah, I'll do something there. Extend the birds over there. Then this one will try and be a bit straighter. We'll layer the flowers. Could they go on this side, or do they need to be straight? I think they need to be straight. Pull that over to there. And like magic, we have a little crochet flower there. We have this of a doily. We have this tag. And it's all because I started talking to you about gratitude and being thankful, and the special lady and her work. And it is coming out. So that's why we have to, this is why we have to prioritize our making and our talking and our sharing, because look what just happened there. I didn't know that was going to happen. I thought this was happening. But they're all going to go together with my heart. So I'm going to finish there. I have lots to do. Oh, there's a little decorated fairy bear that I found in an op shop once. Look at the leather shoes. Right? Can't see. No. She can go up there. All right. A little bit of tidy of the nest. I think that needs to go somewhere. Get these creamy things out of the way and all my treasures. Thank you. Oh, there's another. Look at that. That just flopped on. Did anyone see where that came from? Because this is how things end up being meant to be. That balances that bit. Okay. An unexpected. Unexpected, but so much fun journey into the November prompt of Thanksgiving, giving thanks, being grateful, and this week as you stitch, thinking of someone in your lives, present, past, or future, for whom you are grateful. Thank you so much, my friends, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.